Welcome to my show. My name is Nova Serious. This is where I hang, don't focus on appearances. I am a man and I love to co-parent. A lot of people hate it, but they can't understand it. Paint on the side and don't gotta work life. I'm on a wave, you can call it surf right. I'm a black man, I do not deserve rights. Love up on my kids and don't do it out of spite. Take a little time, teach my daughter how to bite. I am a star and I live without a mic. Come to bring you love like a thief in the night. When it comes to my kids, guarantee I'ma fight. Yeah, yeah, I'ma fight. When it comes to my kids, guarantee I'ma fight. Yeah, yeah, I'ma fight. When it comes to my kids, guarantee I'ma fight. Good morning, good morning, good morning to the earth stars on earth. I am no too serious. Son of God. It's 5:45. And I'm up to say good morning to the sun. As it shines its light across the earth, whatnot. And as I wake up, I receive information, and I'm still receiving information, and it's the same information that I had yesterday. Yesterday, I kind of like got a little upset within myself because of what I realized, what I recognized, what I, figured out. And basically, I figured out how I've been monitored. I figured out why I'm being monitored. I figured out, like who's doing those things. And I would say that they consistently do it against the law. I would say that, like, there are times that they might have the legitimacy to do it, like me buying weed or something. But as far as me living my personal life, going to a store, gas stations and stuff like that, I shouldn't have to be followed unless there's really some type of criminal activity. And just because you assume there's criminal activity doesn't mean that it's really criminal activity. So that brings me to how my rights are consistently being violated in the U.S. because it's the U.S. I went to Minnesota, and I felt this same shit. I'd never felt this until like I had a baby. Like as soon as I had my baby Luna, as soon as I started, trying to be a father and stuff, that's where all this stuff came in. Like not really problems, but things that I had to challenge myself. I'm not complaining about the challenges. I'm just saying that most of the times when you work with somebody, you'll have a lot of complications if you're working with them. But when that doesn't work, then there's complications. I'm not saying that the co-parent really wants to complicate things. And if that is what she chooses to do, like that's not what I'm, hip to. That's not what I know about. I don't feel like arguing over a relationship that I don't want to be a part of. Like I've said how I felt. There's no secrecy. Like just because my stuff gets erect for you doesn't mean that I am wanting to be in a long-term relationship. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. So what I'm trying to say is, I guess I like stepped into the bubble now. Now I can see the people that are watching me and trying to make me this bad guy that they believe that I am. And so it's all an initiative with MCI. MCI is Mississippi Cyber Initiative. It's where they, collaborate all of the leading, forces in Mississippi, and they bring them all together in order to not really monitor, but in order to kind of sort of govern the way that safety is utilized inside of the state. That's the point. The point is safety is a matter, is of utmost importance. Safety. Okay, so everybody deserves safety. We believe we know this. That's why the Constitution is in existence and stuff. That's why people agree with the Constitution, agree with the rules and stuff, is because it helps individuals like us, as civilians. And what I'm trying to say is Mississippi doesn't, like respect that. And if they do respect that, then I can't see why I am where I am. I mean, yeah, I make mistakes. I'm not the smartest guy, but I am ambitious, and my ambition has been shot down too many times. And with this, it feels like that's the tool that they've been using. It's like finding a gun at a murder scene. Like, my dreams have been murdered, and I'm looking for evidence. I'm trying to figure out who did this to me. You know what I mean? I don't even care about the dream, because I know that there's a promised land. I don't care about the dream because I know that there's a promised land. So when I talk about the loss of dreams, like the dreams I was dreaming with somebody, and what they did to that is up to them. So what I'm saying is, the Mississippi Cyber Initiative partnered. These are the people that partnered into this group. It's Mississippi State University, Keystone Air Force Base, MGCCC. I went there when I had graduated this stuff with my GED. USM, Mississippi National Guard, state, federal agencies, and all of these places and people that work there, I guarantee you have no real background in the places that I come from. So when you think about safety, what is it really that they think about? And I'm not going to talk about that, because that's not what this video is about. This video is about my security and the lack of security, and in light of their security, them getting more security. Who is them? Whoever they feel deserves it. For all I know, it could be my baby mama. It could be, somebody they think that I'm abusing. It could be somebody they think I'm manipulating, and the whole time I'm being manipulated. Like, yeah. Let me calm down a little bit. Yeah. So all of these agencies, not really agencies, all of these leaders, or all of these facilities, coordinate together, and they coordinate three things. They coordinate cyber training, they coordinate the research, which is, documentation of what we do, whether they get information from other places and stuff. I'll get to that later. And then they also coordinate incident responses. And this is a multi-sector agreement. This is where everybody is in coherence together at the idea that specific individuals do not deserve to be in the places that they work to be. That's all I'm saying. I'm working to be somewhere. And the more that I work, the more that I'm seen as somebody that's lacking. It doesn't make sense. The more that I try to create my job the way that so many Caucasians have created jobs in their lifetime, and still failed at the job that they created. Anyway, so it's a multi-sector agreement, and they coordinate cyber training, research, and incident response. And this multi-sector agreement targets. These are the targets that they target, the things that they focus on inside of all of this stuff is, academics, the way the public works, monitoring the public, and, federal, military, and private group efforts. Private group efforts probably, overweight all of the other multi-sector or the sectors that are in agreement. But what I'm trying to say is, there are people that are in your business, period. And that's what we've been fighting against, is people being in our business. It's just the way that business is used. It's just like, I might just not have a phone anymore. I might have to just completely give up on all of this. And that's how I feel. That's what it seems like. Because what's the point in using this thing if it's the reason that I'm not, what is the point in trusting a device that is going to give me improper information, that's going to misguide me? Even if it does give me the right information, How do you know that the information is on time? How do you know that the information is proper? Like, how do you know that the information isn't from the 1960s, and still apply here inside of a specific culture? Like, how do you know that they're like leaving out information, but giving you information that it's supposed to be true? You know, like, it don't make sense. How can I say that I'm gaining anything when everything that I've trusted, everything that I've invested in, money-wise too, is going against me? I was just saying, like, I guess that's why they call it stupid, because we never really, cared enough to see how vicious Caucasians could be. But I mean, they are right. Like, this is some vicious stuff. It's vicious and tactic. Like, if I was a black man that really deserves success, then how do y'all prove that? Can you please show me the black man that deserves success? You know what I mean? Because I don't see a lot of men out there trying to do the same things that I do that have success. That's what I'm saying. When I talk about behavior, cybersecurity, behavior-wise, cybersecurity. I think that's what it said. It said something about behavioral cybersecurity, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what kind of behavior are they like emotionally feeding in order for them to be able to say this person isn't good enough? I mean, I haven't heard anything about Caucasian terrorists being arrested, although they've been terrorizing America I've heard about hate crimes, but I've never heard about terrorism from a Caucasian. I never heard about that. And when I do, it's always, an insinuation or a comment. It's never like on paper. It's never documented. And it's never the officials that actually caused it or allowed it to happen. It's really weird. But anyway, so public-private cybersecurity model driven by integration. And it's basically them wanting to integrate this behavioral cybersecurity into a shared training facility. A shared training facility meaning all of these multi-sectors, all of these sectors, all of these places, the schools, the military, the agencies, all of these different places are using integrated information where they're taking everybody's like multiple sources of information and using it to create a picture. That's what I'm trying to say. What kind of picture do they look at when they see me? Because I know that I'm not a terrorist. I know that I don't have ill will in my heart. I have the means to defend myself, yes, and I feel like I will cross lines by measures in order to defend myself. But what I'm saying is, someone is integrating systems inside of the technology that I paid for and I invest in order to slow my progress. And I'm sitting here wondering why, thinking it's my mistakes. It's me fucking up. I'm not fucking up. I'm just not doing enough bad stuff. I'm not doing a lot of stupid shit in order to gain. Because that's how black people get, we call it rewarded. You get rewarded the more murders you do. You get rewarded the more drugs you sell. You get rewarded the more, females whatever you do to females. I'm just saying. And it's all aligned with education, and it's at every level. Kids, adults, teenagers, it's at every level. It's all aligned with education. It's aligned with the way that you are educated. It's aligned with the way that you use education. And yeah, I wake up and I get this information, I find this information, but this information don't just come from this damn phone. I like my brain, I work my brain to, organize it to a fashion or a picture that I can manage, me as a person, because everybody has the ability to manage something. And yeah, it's combined, it's strategic planning, and it's like real world joint exercises. Like real world joint exercises. Like, I feel like the U.S. is calling me an enemy. I feel like Mississippi is calling me an enemy. I can't even go and talk to people without having to fear, you know, the random, because this is random. This is really random. Trying to work and make a living, and at the same time being investigated because of different assumptions that people like to make. You know? Even when I'm assertive, I'm speaking on how I feel, I'm trying to beat myself. So yeah, that's it. That's what I've been feeling. Like, I thought somebody was directly targeting me. They're not directly targeting me until it's time to, until AI says, hey, this needs special attention. But other than that, I'm really just responding to, you know, a system, and it's a waste of my time, honestly. So like, I'm just happy that I actually figured this out. I'm just happy that I actually took the time to recognize that the stuff that's been going on isn't what it really seems, and there's a backdrop to it, and the backdrop is how they gonna drop you, how they plan to drop you, if they plan to drop you. It depends on who you are. And if you're getting paid to be a horrible person, if you're still making money, you're a horrible person. You have to live with guilt every day. Odds are they've already bought you. Odds are you are already theirs. Like, it's kind of like the angels and the demons, you know? Like, demons are, you know, disciples of the devil, and that's why they are stuck within the bounds of the rules. But angels enlighten each other, and angels enlighten themselves, and they reach for more. That's it. They're not possessive. They don't care about the physicals. They care about how we all grow together. I could talk all day about this, but all I just, man, I don't know what to say. If you like the videos, subscribe, you know, do your thing. Just frustrating every day, waking up no real potential, and then being blamed for that lack of potential when any of the resources I have or any of the resources I go to get, you're gonna treat me like some type of like drug addict or somebody that needs to prove my worth or who I am. Like, they literally lowered the bar to people that are robbers, killers, and thieves. And like, I won't even get a legitimate like anything because I don't have a full-on residency. I won't be pulling up beside my own car. Like, everything just ties into, oh yeah, this motherfucker don't know how to make money. When I do know how to make money, I was just making money for other people, and I wasn't able to utilize it. I was stupid. Yeah, that was stupid. You know, trusting and living with people and thinking that their best interest was your best interest. Now you just look stupid and crazy, psychotic at the same time. But I'm gonna get a hold of my sanity, and I'm gonna be in control. Not even going to be, I am in control, as you have witnessed. Subscribe, like, share. Thanks for watching.